Welcome, guys. So you are Team Garuda from Indonesia.
So my name is Dylan. I'm 17.
I'm Michael Sudanto. I'm actually 17 years old. My name is Andrew Sebastian. Usually I'm called Andrew. And I'm also 17 years old.
My name is Aaron. I'm their coach.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do in the future as not just as a job, but like what do you want to create or achieve?
In the future, I'm planning to invent something new, maybe like new cars, but without fuel, maybe something like that.
Yeah, for me, I think what I have in mind is just studying technology, studying robotics, so I can maybe, hopefully, use technology to help humans break their own boundaries over and over again. Over time, there has always been pioneers who help humans break their limitations, such as electricity, cell phones, and maybe I can be the next one too.
And now back to WRO 2020X. That was a special edition because you were all in your kitchen or something. How did you find the experience?
Every time joining WRO, there is this certain X factor that we get when we're in the real spot. Like our robots, we make it in the time that we have, we quarantine it, but we only get to run it once. So we just kind of like hope for the best every time we run it. But this time we didn't face that X factor, and I feel that it made the competition a whole different competition in the way that the strategy and how we build the robot and our overall preparation just shows up much more than in the real competition, in the usual competition.
That was the surprise Sugar Shack challenge. Turns out it went quite well. Finally, your best shot.
Yeah.
Was how difficult? Like, what was the most difficult things? Was it to stack the buckets or to turn around, like to turn one upside down?
Flipping the can around is a very human motion, I guess. Like for us, it may be trivial. Like you can just touch the can and do this, or maybe you can just like pick up the can and flip it around. But for a robot, robots are non-living things and they're not capable of like seeing. How we do it is probably we like coordinate our eyes with our hands and flip it. So robots are just like a baby who don't know how to do it yet, and we need to like teach it how to do it. And just making the mechanic, we would need to be like trying to imitate human motion to do so. So yeah, I guess that's the hardest part, and maybe stacking, but yeah.
Why was the reason? Like, what was the reason behind doing the surprise? Is it because you were like fully prepared for Rising Water and you had time? Was it because it was a challenge? Like, why did you pick the surprise challenge?
We have finished the Rising Water Challenge maybe a week before the competition, so we are quite ready for that. So from the hint you give us, we can guess maybe like we built some robot that can stack the can. So we are prepared for that.
We've never done something like that. Anyway, we have nothing to lose. It's just like an extra category that, yeah, maybe we join it, we can excel in it, and turns out we actually did pretty well.
Maybe we look the surprise category like it's more fun because we only have 24 hours to all team members.
It's a once in a lifetime chance. Like you don't get the surprise category every time you join it.
Yes.
How many hours did you sleep that weekend?
Especially the surprise one. Maybe we only sleep like 2 until 3 hours. Besides that, we do the robot, we improve the robot, improve the mechanical, the techniques, and we also keep finding the best program for the robot.
Yeah, but that's what's fun about the WRO, right? The experience of having like this all-nighter, it led to like some fun memories. Like we went to a restaurant early in the morning just to get some food.
Can you maybe show, or I don't know if you still have it, but can you explain maybe how did you flip the cup flip the bucket?
So as we said, we prepared a grabber beforehand because we thought that there's a high chance of having like something about stacking cans. So first, our grabber, we made it like a claw like this. And yeah, we only expected stacking cans actually. So we first had two of these black rubbers to make our grip more sturdy. But when it came to the flip, we first actually for like the first few hours we had no idea of how to do it. But then me and Dylan and Andrew looked at the can when we were already stuck. We looked at the can and we tried with our own hands. Like, how do you do it with your own hands? So one of the way, of course, is doing this. But the second way was doing something like holding this and just letting it go. And yeah, from looking at that movement, we actually got inspired. And actually, it turns out the solution was pretty easy. We had two of these black things, and we just removed one set of them. So it imitates the motion of two fingers, just like holding the cup like this and flipping it and putting it down.
That's cool. All right. And so in the end, I think you had a great weekend. I know you finished like top 5 every time in your categories. Congratulations. And you also were the winner of the Rio Tinto Award for the creativity of your robot. Rio Tinto wanted to congratulate a team that had been creative about the solution that we didn't see in any team. So that is a good job, guys. I have 2 last questions. What does this like create in you? Like, what do you want to do now that it was like a success? Are you gonna retry next year? Are you gonna start doing more robotics? What do you want to do?
So my plan next is I will study maybe about 3D printing.
My last time joining the WR. So, yeah.
Well, I hope it was a good year.
To me, this award really inspires us to do more in the upcoming WRO. For me and Dylan, we still have 2 years.
Good, thank you. And to end this little interview, if you were to talk to your young self, what would you tell Dylan, 11 years old, about robotics as an advice?
Okay, maybe to all children around the world, if you're interested in robotics, go ahead. Don't be afraid to try something new. So for me, robotics is something challenging and it's fun. So in robotics, you can find your passion there, and you can maybe learn other values of life like time management, teamwork. To me, meeting these people and all the other participants in the WRO is really a very good experience, and to be able to understand more cultures. I would say that although robotics may sound really daunting, and it looks really complicated and everything, but what's the hardest in everything is taking the first step, having the courage to take the first step. So just being able to take that first step, and you'll be surprised by what you'll achieve by just taking that first step and working hard in each step every week.
Wow, thank you guys for this interview. I hope you liked and you enjoyed WRO 2020X, even if it was a weird year.
I would like to thank both my teammates and also my coach Aaron, for coaching me for the past 6 to 7 years. I think 6 to 7 years. It's been a long ride.
I hope I will maybe see you guys online still next year, and maybe in Germany also the year after, if some of you are not too old, or maybe you'll become a coach. We don't know.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much, and I hope you'll have a good weekend.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.